So we're in rivalry week, right? There's a lot of games that we want to talk about that we won't have time to get to. So being that it's rivalry week, we're going to do something a little special. We're coming at you with TBD 2022 Rivalry Week Speed Round, baby. An 8-game blast of a bunch of different rivalries that we're not even going to talk about. We're just going to pick them on a whim. And I got Joey's picks right here. We're ready. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Tulane at Cincinnati.
Tulane.
I got Tulane as well. Joey has Tulane as well. NC State at North Carolina.
North Carolina.
NC State. Joey has North Carolina. Florida at Florida State.
Florida State.
I got Florida. Joey has Florida State. Kansas at Kansas State.
Kansas State.
I got Kansas State. Joey has Kansas State. Number 5, Coastal Carolina at James Madison.
Coastal.
Big time Coastal. Joey is also picking Coastal. All right, Louisville at Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I got Kentucky. Joey's picking Louisville. Wake Forest at Duke.
Duke.
I got Wake Forest. Joey has Wake Forest. All right, last one, LSU at Texas A&M.
Go Tigers.
Absolutely LSU, and Joey's picking LSU. Woo! Those are some freaking games right there, dude. I tell you what, man, it's fast. It's hard to pick some of those because, I mean, some of these are going to be good. I mean, you got Tulane and Cincinnati. That's a ranked matchup. I mean, Coastal Carolina is ranked in the AP poll. I thought they should have been ranked in the college football playoff rankings, being that they're 9-1 in the Sun Belt. But you know what? This is going to be a good game. James Madison, they knocked off App State. We all thought that was a big deal, and then they've lost a couple of games since then. But still, you know, that's going to be a good one. Louisville, Kentucky will be a good one. Wake Forest at Duke, and then obviously LSU has to win that game if they want any shot at the playoffs. I mean, with the way, I mean, I heard Herb Street talking about this. It definitely made a lot of sense. With the committee putting LSU at 5 and not having USC jump them, even though LSU is a 2-loss, that means that the committee is willing to put in a 2-loss SEC champion LSU into the playoffs. They will do it. All right, that's what that tells me. But that means LSU has to win. But LSU has to win this game at Kyle Field at the home of the 12th man. That's probably the most important game on this list for playoff implications, but I think it's going to be crazy. And I'm just going to let Isaac just talk about it just for a brief second. We'll get on to the next thing. But what do you see on this one, bro?
Well, Mason, we've taken 3 in a row against A&M, and I've just got to say that, you know, I think it's going to be a good game. I think LSU's favored by 10. I like that. I think we'll cover the spread. We'll win by 10 or 2 touchdowns. I like us to cover the spread. I think we have a good shot to do it. But A&M has nothing to lose, and they would love nothing more than to ruin our season in the rivalry game. So it's going to be a good game this weekend, but go Tigers, man. We're going into Kyle Field. We're coming in hard, coming in fast.
Absolutely, dude. I think LSU's got this, no problem. Obviously, the 3 of us picked LSU, and I think that's the safest bet. So, but yeah, man, Rivalry Week Speed Round. All right, guess what? We got another Speed Round for you. We did this one last year, and it was me and Joey. It's the Battle for the Bowl Speed Round. This is the absolute last chance that some of these teams just have a chance at making a bowl. I mean, they are looking for a chance to make a bowl. So, all right, this is Battle for the Bowl Speed Round. Same thing. Isaac, are you ready?
I am.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 6-5 Arkansas at 5-6 Missouri.
Woo pig.
Arkansas, 100%. Joey has Arkansas. 5-6 Georgia Tech at 11-0 Georgia.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Joey also has Georgia. 7-5 Western Kentucky at 5-6 Florida Atlantic.
Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky, 100%. 4-7 Kent State at 5-6 Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I got Buffalo. Joey has Buffalo. 5-6 Rice at 6-5 North Texas.
Rice.
I got North Texas. Joey has North Texas. 5-6 UAB at 3-8 Louisiana Tech.
UAB.
UAB. Joey has UAB. 5-6 UTEP at 9-2 UTSA.
UTSA.
Definitely UTSA. Joey also has a UTSA. 5-6 Michigan State at 9-2 Penn State.
We are.
Yep, Penn State. Joey has Penn State. 5-6 Southern Miss at 4-7 UL Monroe.
Southern Miss.
Southern Miss, baby. 5-6 Louisiana at 4-7 Texas State.
Go Cajuns.
Louisiana. Joey has Louisiana. 6-5 App State at 5-6 Georgia Southern.
App State.
Georgia Southern. Joey has App State. 7-4 Pitt and 5-6 Miami.
Pitt.
Pitt and Joey has Pitt. Woo, man! I tell you what, these speed rounds are actually a little hard. You got to think like that. It's like you're just kind of picking on a whim. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm mainly picking on record, based on record. I mean, you look at these bowls. I don't think Missouri has a chance to get past Arkansas. I've said all year, you know, Missouri is not a bad team. They just can't finish. I don't think they get past a really good Arkansas team. There is no way in heck that the Ramblin' Wreck from Georgia Tech is going to Athens, to the Classic City, and winning some good old-fashioned hate and winning some clean old-fashioned hate. Georgia got that one on lock. I think FAU could knock off Western Kentucky, but it would take a little bit to go to 6-6. I think Buffalo can beat Kent State. I think you picked Rice. I picked North Texas. I don't think Rice can beat North Texas, but it's really close. UAB should be able to beat a 3-8 Louisiana Tech team. I don't think a 5-6 UTEP team can beat UTSA at 9-2. I don't think Michigan State knocks off Penn State on the road. I think Southern Miss should have that one at Monroe. I think the Raging Cajuns could definitely beat the Texas State Wildcats. App State, I picked Georgia Southern on that one. It's at Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern is a good football team, and I think Georgia Southern could beat App State. And then, no, I do not see 5-6 Miami beating 7-4 Pitt, even though it's at home. So that's what I think, man. I think some of those teams are gonna go to the bowl, and I think some of them are just gonna have to settle for one last regular season game. So.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mason. Yeah, a lot of good games on this schedule. I think Arkansas, like you said, they're going to handle Missouri. Arkansas is a good team. They're a good team playing in the toughest division and the toughest conference college football. You've said it so many times this season, but it wasn't until they played LSU that I thought they were. I gave them kind of a little bit more respect than they should have. And just to be clear, if KJ Jefferson played that game, we would have lost. But then they handled Ole Miss. A couple of these other games, it's gonna be a good weekend. The biggest one that I'm looking at is the App State and the Georgia Southern game, simply because I picked App, you picked Georgia Southern, and I gotta say, man, Georgia Southern plays App State close every single year. I live in North Carolina, and I live just a couple hours east of Boone. And every year, Georgia Southern is a big game for App State. So this one's going to be a good one this weekend. I like the Mountaineers in this one, but I'm excited about that one, probably more than anyone on this list, because of the fact that Georgia Southern never fails to play App State closely.
Yeah, and I think something else, too, that people want to look at and say is like, well, Georgia Tech, they just, knocked off number 13 North Carolina last week. They could put Georgia on upset alert. And I'm like, bro, you do realize that the last time we played in Athens, it was knocking off number 1 Tennessee, right? You think that 93,000 fans are going to come in to Sanford Stadium and not beat Georgia Tech? No. We're beating Georgia Tech. I'm calling it now. They're not upsetting us. Now, they might do some stupid stuff and expose some holes in our defense early, but my boy Stetson, the mailman, he gonna roll, all right? He gonna roll. He gonna ball. He gonna deliver like he always does. Does he make some stupid mistakes? 100%. Stetson Bennett. Led JUCO in interceptions. But, Stetson Bennett has proven himself time and time again. I trust Stet. I trust his ability, and I don't think that he would lose us a game to Georgia Tech. So, especially as much as he loves Georgia.